Welcome to my channel, Understanding Your Life and Love in All Things of Life. I will be doing monthly and probably some specific other readings throughout the month, energy reads for each sign each month. So welcome to my office. This is actually in my pretty much my backyard. So sometimes I do come out here, and I just wanted to do the intro to the videos here and let you know that how I do the readings. So I will tap into each sign individually and do an energetic read. Energy will never lie. People can put on a facade, they can put on a mask, they can pretend they're something they're not, they can act a way that they're not really feeling, and there can be all kinds of things, but energy will never lie. It's always important to do an energy read to really find the truth of what's going on. So I will be doing that for each sign. Now, please be aware that not all Aries or Pisces or Aquarians or whatever your sign is would be going through the same exact thing every month, every year. So sometimes the reading might really resonate with you, and other times it might not resonate with you. So my suggestion is to listen to it for a while, see if it's resonating. If it sounds like it's for you, then it's definitely for you. And if it doesn't sound like something you're going through, then it's not for you this month. Try back next month, and check out your rising sign and your moon sign to see if maybe one of those resonates with you more, because sometimes that happens. So just know that I am intending to reach and touch as many people as I can with each one of these energy reads. And so it may be a whole bunch of people, it may not be you. Hopefully it is you. By some chance, the information doesn't sound like yours. There's a ton of readers out there, and you can always go there, but I like to do my work energetically. I think that's really an important way to address anything, because energy is the truth, like I say. I probably will pull cards to just get some extra information, but welcome, and I hope you enjoy your energy read for this month. So here we are in the actual office, and I'm just going to set up the space first, just letting you know what I have here. I have some biblical oil. This is a blend that I put together many years ago, and I travel to Egypt a lot, and I've been taking groups there on spiritual journeys for, I don't know, 12 years, something like that. I lived in Egypt for a year, and so I love essential oils, and I make this blend from the Egyptian oils. So I just like to use this to clear my energy and to also raise my vibration. I just put a little bit on my wrist, rub it together, smell it, put it around my aura. Yeah, so just setting up my space. I also want to burn just a little sage, just to get clear the energy a little bit, not too much, just for the sake of setting the sacred space here to receive only the highest messages. And my intention is that even though this message may not be for every single person within the sign that I am doing the energy read on, that it covers most of the people. That's my intention, because obviously not every person in the same sign is going to be having the same issues. So take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it wasn't for you. If it does resonate, it was for you. And make sure you subscribe and like and share, all of those great things to help me get my channel out there to others that might need the help. So I did my clearing, and I will also show you I have some miscellaneous crystals and stones that I am going to put into this bag. So I will also draw a couple of those to add to the messages that are coming through, just to get some extra information for you. So I'm going to just go ahead and put them all in this bag. and see what comes through. And then also I will pull a few cards, and but I'm going to really focus on the energy read. That's really the main part. But I will do some extra things just to add to the reading. So I have all of them in here, and I will intend that we receive the highest messages for each sign, the highest vibrational information that can come through for everyone. Okay, and the cards I am going to be using are the Osho Zen. So they look like that. And I'll just take those out to get them ready. These are the crystals that I have in my card deck. This is a very small amethyst, a clear quartz, and a rose quartz. And I wrap them, I actually have a celestite in here as well. And I have my deck wrapped in a silk cloth and in another angel pouch. So we are ready to go. I will just, also I always keep my wand here in front of my computer. It's kind of like my barrier when I'm talking to my clients, and just keeping the energy, I keep my energy clear on this end, and I just love having this wand right here all the time to keep the energy nice and clear. So let's get started. The first thing I am going to do, I don't tune in ahead of time. Messages might come in before I actually start, but I tune in real time because I want to be able to get the right now messages. So let's get started. Let's go, Virgo. So as I tune into your energy, I am seeing you holding life nervously. Now, you may not realize that you do this naturally. It's like you always feel like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to fix this? How am I going to handle this? It feels like you always have like this nervous energy of what you need to do to control something, to make sure it's right, or make sure that you're fixing it to be what it needs to be. I can't really explain it, but I don't feel like you're sitting there all rattled all the time, but the vision that I'm being shown is okay, what do I need to do with this? How about if you just be? Take a deep breath and just shake it off. Like, you don't have to fix everything. You don't have to address everything. What I'm hearing is there's something in your subconscious that says that everything needs fixing. Like, there's always something to be done, something to make sure that it's lining up, or make sure that it's going the right way, or always feeling like if you don't do this, then something's going to happen. Like that feeling of you better take care of it, or the other shoe's going to drop. Now, I'm not saying don't take care of life and business and all those things, but it's extra. Like, that's where Virgo goes extra. So this is the guidance I'm hearing in regards to that. Like, actually breathe. Like, stop and learn how to breathe and just be present. Be in the moment. Be here now. Stop thinking about what could happen, what's coming up, yes, we need to plan for the future. We need to look ahead. But more importantly, we need to be here now and do what we can do in the now. Focusing on what's happening now and what steps you need to be doing today in order to better your tomorrow. But always living today, worried about tomorrow or the future, is it's almost, what I'm hearing is it's self-sabotaging, because you are actually creating your fear by looking towards the future and feeling like you need to fix things just in case, or that might happen. Like you're already planning for something that you don't want to happen, even if you don't know what that is. It's just like this looming feeling that something might happen if you don't do something now. So what that says is you don't live in the present. You live like kind of worried about the future. So the guidance is to be present. Like I'm calling my presence to me now. And feel your energy just come, your soul come into your body. Just imagine it going into every cell of your body. Just imagine an energy of yourself coming in, expanding out around you in your aura, whatever color. Just imagine a beautiful color around you, nice and even and full with a white light covering. Seems like I'm having to tell a lot of signs to do this, but this is something everyone in the world should be doing every day. It's life changing to be in your aura and in a good energy space. But being present, you're not going to get overwhelmed. Whenever you're overwhelmed, it's because you're looking at this big, huge picture and then it just seems impossible. Like, how am I going to do all this? We can't do everything at the same time. Pretty much everything is a process. So if something's a process, it's step by step by step by step. Where are you today? What do you have? What's going on today? What can you do today? What do you have today that you can work with today? Face today. Because when you face today and you deal with today, then you're available for today. And you're available for what awesome possibilities can come to you today. And then tomorrow you do the same thing with what I have today. What can I do today? What possibilities are open for me today? What is possible for me today? Live life in the present, in the day, rather than worrying about what could or should or might happen, because that's living a more fear-based, that nervous energy, like I got to do something, like because something might happen. Even if you don't consciously feel like you do that, if you sit back and just review yourself, you'll probably see signs that you've been doing that. So live in your present, deal with what you're doing every day with what you have and what is possible and what you can do today. It's enough. As long as you're doing that, then you're actually in sync with the day, which means you're in sync with the earth and the universe and yourself. And when you're in sync with everything, then everything can sync with you and work with you. So now you're coming from a much more supported fan base, if you will. You're coming from a foundation and a fan base of life being in sync with you and supporting you. But if you're here today, but you're thinking over there, that is not going to be a support system that's going to pan out for you. It's not going to work that well. It's going to be more fear-based. And those are different energies than being present and strong in what you have today. So I'm getting chills. And whenever I get chills, that's a sign that it's a message you really need to hear. Okay, I am going to draw some cards to see if there's any other messages that are important for you to know today. I'm getting a lot of chills, so this message must be for a lot of you. Okay, the first card just flipped out. We just flipped out a deck. Whenever it flips, it's called a jumper, and this is awesome because every time I'm doing one of these energy readings, when I pull cards, the cards always go with what I just said. You saw me shuffling. I did not pre-draw these. This says morality, but look at this picture. Now that's like, that describes a lot about what your energy does when you get ahead of yourself, when you're working on things and working from a mentality or fear of something that's not even true at the moment. You're You're dealing with life from fearing something in the future happening. And when you do that, it's like you are creating that fear to happen, number one, because you're now going to base what you do today considering what might happen later, which is, if it's a fear, that means that you're taking action from a place of fear to support that fear, which is really weird when you think about it. Look at this person all like choked up, like locked up. Even the hands can't even move. And look he's blinded. He can't even see. And the clouds around him, he's cloudy, he's unclear, because he's thinking all these things that aren't even necessarily true and worrying about it, worrying about stuff that isn't even true, worrying about fears that aren't even true. And when you do that, you are self-sabotaging your life and creating these untruths into truths. So you have to get off that pattern. Who wants to be like this? No one wants to be like that. That's unclear, it's blind, it's unable to see clearly, it's unable to move, in fear, locked up. Yeah, this is not a good place to be. Let's see what other card comes through. Oh, another one. Isolation. Trying to get a clear picture. This one is hard to see, but it's, there you go. Isolation. This is a person that the face is sticking out from, you can see that. It's like ice, and it's got like it's like shattered but hard. And it's isolation. If you can see that. There, that's a good. And see what's happening with this person? Because he's so, or she is so stuck because afraid that worry, that incessant worry causes you to freeze. Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? It's like, this is what your energy starts doing. It starts freezing out of fear and being locked up out of untruths. So stop living in the future that isn't even here, that hasn't happened, that might happen. Like, why would you support something happening that you don't want? Wow. That's like a double confirmation in the same, like 3 messages. The messages I gave you, the message, the first card, and the message, the third card. When things come in 3s, pay attention, because those are big message. And that's a big message for you, not only for the month of August 2019, but for your life. Okay, another card jumped out. Ooh, control. See what's happening? He wants to control it. He wants to control what's going to happen. He wants to control what's happening. But all it's doing is keeping him locked in. And there again is those clouds. Those same clouds, you see them? Because he's so set on controlling the situation rather than letting go. And, nothing can be controlled. Like, when you control something, you're limiting something. For some reason, you're limiting the experience. So what I'm being shown is you're trying to contain this experience, your life. You're trying to contain it in some way because you're so afraid of going out of the lines. It's like as if you were coloring something and you would just be mortified if you colored outside the lines. And it's funny because I lead spiritual journeys, and we have these journals that we do. I'm going to show you one, actually. We have these journals for every journey. And it's funny because drawing outside of the lines is what I always do. Like, whenever I do this every day, every heart will be scribbled outside of the line like that. And then you see other people and it's like completely like beautiful and neat in the lines. I'm not saying that you should scribble outside the lines, but that would be like, that's out of control. That's what I'm talking about. He wants it a certain way, and so he's going to go after it a certain way. He's only going to think about it a certain way. It's only going to be a certain way. And when you do that, you limit yourself. You limit yourself. You're not open to other possibilities. You're not open to other ways that you didn't think about. You're not even open to the magic of the universe, of how law of attraction happens. You limit yourself. So when you limit and you control, you're not open to receiving more abundance, love, whatever you might want in your life. You're closing off to it because you're so busy locking your life down. Every single one of these pictures is someone locked in and stuck. And I'm not saying that every Virgo is stuck, but this is a mentality of needing to have it a certain way, making sure that it has to be this way, making sure you have control over it. Otherwise, if you don't have control, you feel like you don't have control. And you know what? You don't have control. And when you're trying to control, you have less control. This is like, you might not be stuck in your life, but believe me, if you're like this, you are stuck in your life. It means you could have a lot more than you actually do. And this is all very intensely stuck energy, mindset, and it's not flowing, and life is meant to be flowing. This is intense. This is super intense. Okay, so I am going to draw pick a stone to see what last message we have for you. And I have a ocean jasper. Is that an ocean? Yeah, ocean jasper heart. And what I'm seeing is that line that's going across it. It's like reminding me of all the lines going across these 3 pictures where I feel when I tap in, I feel in my heart like there's a pressure, a stress. And what I'm hearing is a self-imposed burden and stress that you're always like anticipating, like what could happen. Like I just gotta be in control. You don't have to be in control. You don't have to go wild. You can go wild, but open your energy. That's a big message for this month, is work on just doing that. Just simply do that a few times in a row and notice how different you feel when you do that. It's time to open your energy. I have a program called the 40-Day Manifesting Breakthroughs video eCourse. I believe the link is in the description somewhere in there. It's on my website. This program would help you hugely because it talks about how to release these limitations and open your energy to receiving, and how to feel better every day without having to go through this worry and unnecessarily creating things that aren't even true. So, Virgo, take some deep breaths. Breathe, like deep breathe, several deep breaths. Only you can do this for yourself. You can listen to this and then just go, oh, and then not do anything about it and go ahead and live this. But if you didn't have to, would you? Because you don't have to. I hope this has been helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. And after I get all the signs readings done. I will go back and see which videos for each sign has the most likes and views, and I will do some other specific reads for like love or career, money, whatever I feel guided to do for the sign. So the ones that are getting the most likes are going to be the signs that I do those readings for, because obviously if I want to be talking to the people who are showing up and interested. So make sure you like your video if you want to see more for your sign for this month. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Much love and many blessings. Peace.